Hi guys, I'm Rochelle from MrsMommyMartin.com. Thank you for joining me today. Today, I'm going to make it up as I go, but I'm kind of thinking, this is what I have. I have corn tortillas, I have black beans, I have fish, I have 3 packets of these fish, I have some garlic and some onion and some cooked rice. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna make like a taco layered casserole with fish and rice and black beans and cheese. I have some shredded cheese too. So let's see what I come up with. Wish me luck. Let's go. Okay, so we are going to start by chopping this onion and dicing it up to get it sauteed in this pan. So the pan is on about medium heat, a little less than medium heat. I have my black beans drained and rinsed. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut all this up and add it into the pan. So next is the garlic. I'm just going to pretty much do the same thing I just did with the onion, but with garlic. And I am using 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. So it's going to be a nice garlicky dish. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to just kind of mix it up in the pan, get it all nice and sauteed with a little bit of that olive oil that I put in there. I'm adding the beans. These were drained and rinsed really well, and they've been just sitting there just kind of draining out. So by the way, that orange bowl is my rubbish bowl. I throw all my garbage in there if you haven't noticed, and pretty much it helps keep the area neat. There's my puppy. Just throw this in the sink and wash some stuff. And I'm gonna do the cheese now. So what I want to do is slice it up so it's easier for me to grate, because I like to throw it in my food processor. So if I cut it up into these smaller pieces, it's easier for me to grate it with my food processor. So I'll do that real quick. All right, so now the black bean yumminess is done. Has a lot of onion and garlic and yum. And it smells so good right now. You guys have no idea. Anyway, so we're gonna just plate this, and next up is going to be our fish. Before we put the fish in though, I gotta tell you. So what I want to do is add a little bit of butter to just get up all of that goodness that's stuck to the pan right now with the garlic and onion and black beans and stuff. And it's gonna kind of create this really nice buttery crust on the fish once it's done. So just melt that butter, and then I'm gonna go ahead and open up these fish and place them in that beautifulness in the pan. I wish you guys could smell this. Next, I'm just seasoning the fish with a little bit of salt and pepper. And I gotta show you guys one of my favorite seasonings to use while I'm cooking seafood. And I just recently found this and I love it. It is lemon peel. So it's grated California lemon peel, and it smells so good, and it gives the fish a really good flavor. You know how some people like to squeeze lemon juice to take away that bite of the fishy taste? Well, the lemon peel works just as good, and it is so yummy. I put it on my shrimp when I cook shrimp or any kind of seafood. So I'm just gonna put some stuff away while I wait for the fish to cook, and I'll get my rice ready and all of that stuff, because the fish takes just a little bit to cook. So here we have the black bean mixture, the rice ready to be cooked, and the shredded cheese, that's cheddar cheese, white cheddar cheese, and the tortillas. And so what I'm probably going to do now is take out this fish, because the fish is just about done. So let's do that. Let's just pull them out right now. I took out the taco seasoning because I will show you what I'm going to do with that. I didn't use it yet. I'm about to though. Okay. So we're going to add some olive oil just to get the rice in there and get it going. And let's just break it up. And one of the things that I like to do is I like to season the rice whenever I make something like this, because the rice is like really bland. But just put the taco seasoning in there, and then we are going to add just a little bit of water to it because the moisture is going to help spread that that taco seasoning. So let me just mix it first. Now grab some water, and then we'll mix it all good. The water will help pick up all of that stuff stuck at the bottom, and it's going to be great. So now that all the rice is out, I'm going to spray the pan with a little bit of non-stick olive oil spray, and we are going to layer the tortilla shell. Don't forget to turn your pan off. You don't need it on for this anymore. You should have your oven preheated to 350 degrees, and pretty much all I'm doing is creating the quote-unquote crust of this casserole / pie, whatever you want to call it. And I use corn tortilla for this because I feel like it gives it a little bit of a better texture than flour tortilla, and I like the corn tortilla better. And just kind of try and space it out. You don't have to use this size. You can use whatever size you want, as long as it just covers the whole bottom like that. So I chose to use these small ones only because they were on sale, and I thought that it would be great to just get them, and I don't use them for anything else because they're corn tortillas and they're a little bit different than flour tortillas when you're eating them just like that. So I like to use them to bake with. That's what I'm doing. So now that that's laid down, we're just going to do a really light layer of cheese, and just because it'll help glue everything together, the cheese acts as the glue, right? So there's the crust, or the bottom, and I'm going to add in all of the rice mixture that I have, and that's pretty much just the rice with taco seasoning and a tiny bit of water to give it some moisture. And just lay it out as even as you possibly can, and so that it's not like a mound of rice, but we're gonna try and get it as flat as I can. But once you lay that, then we're gonna just build it and add the next layer, which will be the beans with the garlic and onion mixture. It's so good, you guys. This smells so divine. I wish this was smell-o-vision, because my goodness. So we're just gonna, again, get it all as even as you can around and flat and from edge to edge, so it creates kind of like a pie type of shape. And then we're gonna just put the fish. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of using a fork to mash up the fish, because the fish is pretty soft and it turns out to be a little bit like shredded fish, and it's a good flavor, and it's better to spread it out than putting these big thick pieces of fish. So I'm just gonna do that. So I just use my fork to mash it up and get it, into smaller pieces. That's all. And then once it's all in there, I want to get every last bit though. This is so good, you guys. I gotta try and get every last bit of fish. That's the best part. And you can put more or less, or you could use any type of meat at this point, hamburger, chicken, whatever you want, but I really, really love fish tacos. And then of course we are going to finish this off with cheese, and more cheese the better, because it's gonna melt and it's gonna get all in between those crevices and down inside that little taco casserole / pie, and it's gonna be ooey gooey goodness. And what I'll do is, when it's done, I'm just gonna cut it into triangles like you would a pie. So I don't know, you can call it a fish taco casserole or fish taco pie, whatever floats your boat. But pretty much that's it. We are going to now put it in the oven at 350 degrees.